See you. First up, we've got Nvidia rallying above a key level today and extending a 4-day win streak, up nearly 20% this week. Your trade on that beloved stock.
On that beloved stock, Tyler, I'm going to tell you to buy it cautiously. If you don't own it, you've got to wade into that water. This is the hottest area of the market. As long as the race for AI and this battle to continue to create AI continues, this stock's going to do well. They're still looking for like 40% growth in earnings from this company over the next 5 years. It's gone from 48 times earnings, 2024 earnings, to 34 times next year, and coming down with this large earnings growth. So it's performed beautifully well. It's a cyclical area. It probably has a few years left, but the AI impetus that's driving those earnings, I think, can take this stock higher, even at a $3 trillion market cap.
So if you want to establish a position, this is a dollar cost average in.
I think so. I mean, this is, if you have a blank in this space, I would want to have a position. It doesn't have to be a full position, and it has to be in keeping with your investment discipline and philosophy. So it can't be an appropriate risk for your portfolio. Check with your advisor.
If you thought the stock market was nothing but an endless ticker of dizzying numbers, you'd be missing out on some high-octane drama this week. It doesn't get more electrifying than the latest buzz-gripping traders and tech enthusiasts alike: Nvidia's astonishing move to broaden the horizons of its RTX Remix Toolkit. By opening up this game-changing technology to the open-source community, Nvidia is not just altering the gaming landscape, but also sending shockwaves through the stock market. No, this isn't just a techie dream come true. It's a seismic event that has everyone from retail investors on Robinhood to hedge fund managers tweaking their portfolios. Powerhouses like Nvidia are no strangers to making headlines, but this move is set to redefine industry standards, share prices, and perhaps the very definition of gaming itself. And in this whirlwind, the share prices of Nvidia are not just stirring, they're rallying like it's the Las Vegas Strip on New Year's Eve. So let's dive in. But first, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates. Now, back to today's video.
Okay, well, there's probably no stock that has been more referenced in 2024 than this one. Nvidia, the AI chip darling, caught the world's attention as the growth in the business fueled the stock to lofty levels. Now, more recently, things have been a little more wobbly in the market for technology stocks, including Nvidia, which technically is still in correction mode, having seen its shares decline more than 10% from the peak. But that still leaves it with a huge return on the year. And as we get ready for the company's quarterly results, Wall Street is once again expecting some big numbers for the company. So as an investor, how do you digest all this? Let's get some perspective from somebody who covers the company very closely. Dan Ives, he's Managing Director and Senior Equity Analyst at Wedbush Securities and one of our great regular guests. Dan, it's great to see you. I think at this stage of the game, it's mid-August. It's a bit slower out there. Everybody's looking for market catalysts. It's hard to think of a earnings catalyst that will be as big as Nvidia. How big is this earnings report going to be in your opinion?
I mean, look, this is the Super Bowl, the Olympics, from an earnings perspective, because it's about the godfather of AI, Jensen NVIDIA. That's the best barometer for the AI revolution. Look, we believe it's a get the popcorn out moment. This is going to be a robust one, and I think you're seeing all the breadcrumbs leading to this AI revolution is just starting, despite many of the bears coming out of hibernation mode over the last, call it, week and a half.
So what's all the frenzy about? Simply put, Nvidia's RTX Remix Toolkit is the holy grail for game modders and developers. Unlike previous tools that left users grappling with technical barriers, RTX Remix serves as a comprehensive suite that can remaster classic games like the iconic Deus Ex with state-of-the-art features. Full ray tracing, DLSS 3.5, AI-generated assets, and more. Now, the open sourcing of this powerful toolkit promises to democratize game development, opening doors for more innovation, creativity, and, as expected, market growth for Nvidia. Nvidia's bold move to open-source RTX Remix serves multiple purposes. For one, it will streamline how assets are replaced and scenes are relit. This makes it an irresistible tool for over 20,000 modders already using it to reimagine classic games. According to the company's GeForce post, modders will gain increased support for more file formats and access to new AI models. In terms of user engagement, this amplification offers a fertile ground for fan creations, essentially turning every gamer into a potential developer. If this sounds like hyperbole, one only needs to glance at the stock market to realize the gravity of this move. According to data from Nasdaq, Nvidia's stock saw a noticeable uptick upon the announcement. Market analysts attribute this to the anticipated long-term revenue generation from increased user engagement and wider application of RTX technology. As noted by CNBC, the buzz surrounding Nvidia is unprecedented, even by tech industry standards. Now, let's dive into those entertaining aspects. Picture this: a modder in their basement fine-tuning an archaic DirectX 8 game, transforming it into a visual masterpiece that rivals modern AAA titles, all thanks to a free tool. Quite the Hollywood script, right? Or better yet, think of it as the ultimate power trip for geeks. Like being handed a magic wand and told, "Go ahead, make your fantasies reality." For those pondering the impact, just remember how Elon Musk's tweets have the potential to send Bitcoin on a roller coaster ride. The same principle applies here, but with a sprinkle of actual utility. Nvidia's community-focused approach not only synergizes with a growing trend in collaborative development, but also represents a disruptive innovation model. As Bloomberg noted in their feature on Nvidia, the company has a history of redefining tech landscapes, from graphics cards to AI applications. The nexus of this toolkit extends beyond video gaming. By opening the RTX Remix Toolkit, Nvidia allows developers to integrate these advanced graphical tools into various applications, not confined to DirectX 8 and 9 games. This could potentially reshape virtual training environments, simulation software, and even virtual reality applications. But that's not all of it, so let's keep rolling. Hello everyone and welcome back to Investocracy.
So one of the things I think we've heard about as investors have taken some profits in technology stocks, and certainly in stocks like Nvidia, is they've heard from these other technology companies, the big ones that are actually spending a lot of money on Nvidia chips, and they've had a lot of conference call questions about, is that spending going to pay off? Do you need to be doing all that spending? And it almost felt like all of a sudden people were like, oh gosh, the chip business is a cyclical one. And maybe Nvidia with that big lead was ready to be first out the gate. But what if these other companies have to pull back on some of that spending? Is that going to impact Nvidia? Is that going to impact the stock? How are you thinking about that?
I mean, we just got back from Asia, and we'll be there again in the next few weeks. It's unlike anything I've seen in 25 years covering tech in terms of this fourth industrial revolution playing out. And look, they're the only game in town. AMD, Lisa Su, they'll also benefit here. But we're talking about $1 trillion of CapEx that's going to be spent in AI. And I think fighting that is just a tough battle, especially in a soft landing environment, where we think tech stocks continue to move higher, including Nvidia.
Talk about stretching your dollar. According to Tweaktown, RTX Remix has even expanded its compatibility based on what modders demand, an approach closely resembling the agile methodologies employed by leading software giants. The REST API allows modders to link their work to popular AI applications and tools like Blender, increasing the versatility of the toolkit. Essentially, Nvidia's move could be the precursor to a new wave of AI-generated art and gameplay, a burgeoning field that might just be the next big thing. As the toolset gains traction, Nvidia's market position only strengthens. Recent data from MarketWatch reveals a bullish sentiment among analysts, with predictions of continued growth in Nvidia shares. The stock, already a darling among tech investors, sees this move as the cherry on top, making an already enticing investment even sweeter. The open source announcement in itself serves as a robust marketing strategy, pulling in masses of potential developers looking to test the waters. one cannot ignore the seismic effect of user-generated content and community-driven development. As platforms like Reddit, Steam, and Discord light up with discussions about RTX Remix, the ripple effects extend to share prices as well. Social media platforms have been buzzing ever since the news broke, and savvy investors should be all ears. Moreover, financial experts have pointed out the snowball effect this could have on Nvidia's ecosystem. According to an analysis by Motley Fool, the extensive use of RTX Remix toolsets could drive up demand for Nvidia's hardware products. Higher GPU sales, increased usage of AI models, and the burgeoning need for advanced graphics capabilities are just some of the growth avenues opening up. Nvidia's decision also aligns with an increasing market shift towards open-source platforms, favoring collaboration and rapid development. This is a game changer in every sense of the word, and stock market analysts are already seeing the benefits. Analysts at Morgan Stanley believe this move will position Nvidia favorably in both short-term and long-term market scenarios. Add to this the fact that the use of RTX Remix could stretch beyond gaming, touching industries like filmmaking, architecture, and simulation software. This isn't just a fleeting market trend. This is a comprehensive strategy set for sustained growth. So what does all of this mean for Nvidia stock investors? But first, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
So what are you going to be watching when the company does report its quarterly results? Those are scheduled for now less than 2 weeks from now. What are the key things that you're going to be watching? What do you think matters most to the street?
I think it's really right what the demand trajectory looks like. Are they seeing more order flow? We don't believe this is double ordering. It's actually the opposite. And then, of course, in terms of the new chips, any sort of delays, call it 6, 7, 8 weeks, that's not moving the needle massively. Look, this is probably the most important earnings call and conference call in the last few years because of where we are as a market needing to get the barometers. But what I'd just tell you, look at Microsoft in terms of what they talk about from Azure acceleration. Look at Palantir. Look at Google. Look at ServiceNow. I mean, all the breadcrumbs are leading to what I believe is just going to be more strength. We saw that from AMAT as well today.
As the dust settles and investors digest this groundbreaking news, one thing remains clear. Nvidia is setting the stage for a new era of technological advances, higher user engagement, and inevitably, growth in its stock value. Now more than ever, investing in Nvidia seems not just like a smart move, but almost a no-brainer. Current market data underscores this sentiment. At the time of writing, Nvidia shares are steadily climbing, showing no signs of slowing down. Forecasts from several leading financial institutions predict continued growth for Nvidia, buoyed by increased GPU sales, higher demands for advanced graphics, and the flood of community-driven innovations brought in by RTX Remix. Whether you're a seasoned investor or a newbie looking to enter the stock market, Nvidia stands as a shining beacon of potential and innovation. So, what do you think? Does Nvidia's move to open source its RTX Remix Toolkit tick all the right boxes for you? The stock market is buzzing, and the next big opportunity might just be sitting there, ready to be picked. Professionally speaking, if there ever was a time to pivot your investments towards a company riding the wave of technological disruption, Nvidia is undoubtedly that company. Don't let this moment pass you by. What do you think about Nvidia's latest move? Are you ready to jump on the bandwagon, or do you need more convincing? Share your thoughts and let's keep this conversation rolling as we navigate through these thrilling times in the stock market. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.